So we have launched in Malaysia a couple of years back and are growing very well there. And we're preparing for launch in Thailand and Singapore as well in the coming months, actually. So we're really preparing for that right now. But our core market is, of course, Indonesia. So Indonesia is a bit more nascent, less developed when you compare to Malaysia and Singapore and Thailand. So we basically map this out on a scale on how customers view and approach health, from a more passive view on health, where health is not seen as something that you control or influence, and sickness is more something that's inevitable and predetermined. So that's sort of the one side of the axis, and the other side is more an active view towards health, where customers feel they can control and they can influence health, and sickness and health becomes more of a choice. So when you imagine that scale, Indonesia is still a bit further towards the passive side, where Malaysia and Thailand and Singapore are a bit more towards the active side, where they feel that they can really influence their life. All of the countries are progressing towards a more active life, but Indonesia is still a little bit behind, and we see that basically influences the demand in the market for different formats, different functions. For example, in Malaysia, gummies are already a very established format. In Indonesia, we are really the brand that's pioneering this and establishing this new format. In Thailand, powder drinks are very big. Again, in Indonesia, that's just growing right now. When it comes to functions, Indonesia is still more focused on the basics of health, multivitamins, immunity, energy. For example, beauty is already huge in Thailand and also in Malaysia and Singapore. So we see it's just a slightly different stage of the market, but all of them are sort of trending in the same direction. The other way to look at this is curative versus preventative health, right? So Indonesia, still a lot of customers, they look at supplements as something to take when you're sick or out of energy. So it's really reactive versus something preventative that you make part of your healthy lifestyle and take on a daily basis. And we are really focused on this preventative health side, and focusing on the education of vitamins are most effective if you incorporate it as part of a healthy lifestyle and take it on a daily basis. So this is still something that the market needs to be educated on more and more.